Beautiful. Hello, beautiful family in the light. So much love, everyone. So much love. Let me turn this on. Okay, so this is ready. Hello, everyone. Happy, beautiful, and amazing and blessed Saturday. Everyone, an amazing day. The day before the resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday. So let's wait for a few people to come on, and I wanted to go, hi Maida, hi my beautiful sister. So I can't see anything here on, let me just check something on my Facebook. Let me just make sure this is running, because it is live on YouTube and it's also going live on strange, let me see. Everybody bear with me for a second. Okay, so I see a few people on, but I lost it. Okay, see, this is what's happening. Everybody bear with me for a moment. Did it get disconnected? Okay, so it just got disconnected on my Facebook page. I'm trying to have us see live on Facebook page. Give me one more second. Oh, it is on. You are seeing it. Okay, so for some odd reason, my apologies that I can't see anyone's comment here at all. So I see you're seeing me, but I can't see anyone's comments. No problem. Hi, Sunshine Love. So much love. So I wanted to just take the opportunity here to wish everybody well. And because this past week, Tuesday night, after the Unity Global Meditation, for holding that high vibration of love for Gaia and humanity, towards then I had the experience with the Galactic Federation of Light, and that information that was shared regarding what's taking place. And from that video on Tuesday night, then it was transpired to speak of when the Great Order of Melchizedek spoke through me a year and a half ago. I believe it was, what was the date actually? I have it. Oh, February 20th, 2017, 2 years ago plus at 1:30 p.m. to be exact. Anyway, so the Great Order of Melchizedek was speaking about this golden pulse. And usually when I'm inside the incorporated channel, when I'm at that level, I don't have any conscious memory of what is said other than I'm experiencing cognitive memory of it. But what happens is when Michael has recorded it and I get to hear it later, then we get to transcribe it. So as we promised, we made the transcription available. We have tons and tons of transcription from these channeled materials when I go into fully incorporated state. And I've had, in 2018, I had several events throughout different countries. So people get to experience when I go in that state, as a conscious vessel, but step aside and I kind of shape shift into whatever that presence temporary is going to utilize my vessel to come in and bring a message. So for those of you who have seen this post on my page, I put the transcription here and I want to go over a couple of things. So what was happening at this time is, I can't remember what body part of mine was in pain, and we were in Los Angeles and I was on the treatment bed. So Michael was working on my neck, and usually when there's some keys or codes that are stuck in the back of my atlas joint, as he starts working on them, it's usually typically pretty sensitive and painful. So as he presses on him, I release certain sounds, and the sound vibrations spirals and takes me kind of like out, and my consciousness then steps aside and is pretty highly guarded. Then a presence steps in to communicate. So imagine I'm on the treatment bed and Michael is there. He's finished work. I mean, he's right there, and this presence. And usually I go do this voices sounds like that before then it's audible, the voice coming in. Michael is not here right now, so you could actually hear some of it, how it sounds. So anyway, so the writing that is in here that I posted is word to word that was transcribed, and sometimes it's hard to make it out. But the Great Order of Melchizedek came and spoke to Michael, and the message was to me and Michael directly. So I want to go over what it was said. So this was on February 20th, 2017 at 1:30 p.m. So it came in. I can't make the sound right now because it's actually quite overwhelming for me when I hear it on audio, because is quite amazing how my voice is completely different from many different presences that speak to me. It's kind of I'm used to it now, but it's a little bit strange as well that all these different voices can come in like that, and they all have their own signature. This one's very powerful. So even like this, and you see how there's it's written in a strange way, because when I take really deep breaths, so somehow it's in the breath, then the presence speaks through, then there's a pause, then there's a breath. So that's what you see is taking place. Somehow I'm not at all consciously aware of this, but that's in order for my consciousness to be completely on the side and not interfere for this level of transmission or frequency come in. This is how it's done. So it went, greetings, speaking through me. We are grateful to meet with you. So saying to Michael and me, but I'm obviously hearing it, but I can't comprehend any of it, because me, the conscious personality of me, is on the side, about 2 feet aside on an orb, and is experiencing everything visually. So, okay. So it says, we have come to bring our gratitude to you, dear ones. It is time, in this time of the interstellar alignment of vortexes, the corridors have been open in all axes. As your frequency has risen, you are being able to travel through these corridors easier and easier in this now. Be sure you are in a new template to travel through within the corridors, as it is the safest. Now, I'll do my best to translate this, but I can't quite translate it either, because when that presence come in, it's very key coded the way it emphasizes on certain words. So these corridors, I know one of the corridors is through the corridor of Jupiter, for those who want to travel interstellar ways, so you got to know how to go through the corridors to do this. So even further, as your frequency has risen, you are being able to travel through these corridors easier and easier in this now. Be sure you are in your new template to travel through within the corridors, as it is the safest. We, within this spiritual hierarchy, are holding our part, in which you are now stepping in that agreement. This is very interesting what they were saying. This is almost 3 years ago, if you look at it. They're holding their part so that we can step into it. Many of you have had to become fully prepared to be in alignment with the templates that are the new octave of the 9th octave. This one, as it was saying to Michael and I, but it was for the collective energy. This 9th octave is very important because it has to do with the completion. So when you're in the new templates, from the crystalline templates, you can operate. To be safe and allow, so there's a lot of word of this safe, and I'll explain what the safety is to the best of my knowledge, having worked with the Great Order of Melchizedek. To be safe and allow it to fully be and deliver forth the frequency which you originally come from and your original divine blueprint, you are returning back to the purity and perfection diamond plates. So the diamond plates play a huge part. For those that may or may not know, they play a huge part in that interstellar travel. Again, I mentioned this one corridor of the Jupiter. That's the one that I usually go through to be able to travel through other dimensional fields and, you know, different planets, star systems, and what have you. So I raise my consciousness, my octave, and then I'm able to go through these portals. And then, but I'm inside my template to do this. And my template has adjusted and shifted, and I've been in the diamond for a while. So, and it's saying this because to be able to go to different places, your geometric form has to be shifted quite a bit too. And it is speaking about, again, the frequency which you originally came from. That original frequency has to do with our divine blueprint that we're returning back to. So there's no resistance, which you can just easily embody it. Then it goes to, as your vibration, see it expanding in your rotating, I don't know if I'm saying it right, as your vibration, see it expanding in your rotating into the new octaves of the spinning rotation, you're able to illuminate God's frequency in which you have come from, and you will return back within this now is the key in the alignment, that no more discrepancy is between the states. From what I gather with this has to do, again, this frequency field where we're vibrating from. The higher the frequency, the higher the octave, the higher the geometric form. The geometric complexity creates more light stream, the light patterns, and then within that, again, there's no discrepancy, so there's this oneness energy. Next one. The fields have opened. You are free to fully be in the higher state of the ascended beings. The dual strands have re-emerged back into the original blueprint that has expanded within the hierarchy of the matrix of the golden template, returning on back to source, yet still in the full human embodiment. This is quite a bit of mouthful around this. What I do remember, here's interesting, then I'll decode this a little bit for you. Corridor of the 43.3 degrees is the proper one you can use. I have no freaking clue what that is. Because again, when they speak, it's so specific, it's so mathematical. So this one, the dual strands, that it's talking about the strings and the strands of the DNA. It says have re-emerged back to its original divine blueprint. So that means that the flux of it has opened, and then it has expanded within the hierarchy of the matrix. So it's talking about the not the artificial matrix. What's that? Again, is the geometric pattern that encompasses everything. And it says the golden template, returning back to source. So within this, all that is available, is able to be received. And then somehow this corridor, the corridor of the 43.3 degrees, is the proper one you can use. Now, I don't know which one that is. If any of you know, you can certainly communicate on that. Because the Jupiter corridor that I travel through is not 43.3 degrees. So I don't know which one this is referring to. Our motherships have been around your planet assisting you with the pulse. The pulse. So I remember when this was speaking through me, everything was gold, and there was this ringing, this like kind of like when you throw a stone in a lake, the ripple, and I was seeing it in gold ripples, and these gold ripples was being shown that in like the center of entire creation ripples that is gold, and then it's within the star system, it's in the planets, it's within the plants, it's within the hearts of humans, it's within all creation. So I was just seeing that while this was happening. Our motherships have been around your planet assisting you with the pulse. The pulse. The ascended beings of the whales have been creating those pulses inside your oceans. Like, I'm already receiving further what is being said. Those of you sensitive have been feeling the pulse beneath you, bringing it forth inside you, pulsing and pulsing inside your organs. This is very key because it has to do with Gaia's crystalline diamond heart. And as her heart has expanded into a golden rose, there's this pulse. And if you've been able to synchronize in that, those of you who've been activated, have done your activation of the crystalline diamond light body, you're able to pulse this. Now, when this channel came through at that time, I didn't know what this was. See, I've been working with them, working in them. When I go in meditation, they keep teaching me things too. So when I started doing the activation 2019, it was to connect all of this together. But this pulse also pulses within the organs. It is important to pulse the sound of the ocean, and in the same sound of the original sounds inside your heart, the cosmic origin. So there's this high level intelligence here. Those of us who are drawn to the whales, those of us who are drawn to this, there's something greater happening here that is, it somehow connects us to the cosmic ocean that has this pulse in it. And I've been doing my best to synchronize, and there are times that I synchronize and I'm able to experience something like completely out of body experience. And I'll tell you why this is important, because we had been told when there's enough people that can tune into this, then they can collectively teleport, bilocate, use those higher abilities and what have you. So it said, we recognize the challenges many of you have faced. We have recognized fully that the courage it took to be in the densest planet. As we sit back and watch you, we are in awe with the incredible way you aligned, divine, to go through you. Your commitment over lifetimes, this was being said to me and Michael, is commendable and is recognized by the spiritual hierarchy. We, within the Great Order of Melchizedek, recognize each of you. We have granted you the keys and the codes. Woo! I get chills. In order for you to easily access what is needed for you, and you must remember to not look to the outside for these keys and codes, as these keys and codes have already been implemented within you, and you have all access to use them to be able to make your journey on earth easier, and safer. Very, very important. I remember this afterwards. Michael and I talked, and I learned it because they had said through also with the Council of Light, we have provided everything for you to deliver your divine mission. Will you trust? That's why I had to move into that other phase, live from spirit, not question. Let them work their magic through, and me just keep listening, keep doing, and keep serving from there. Continuing, as you are wrapping up, you are able to wrap up within the particular harmonic convergence of the divine blueprint, which means must be within the resonance of love and above nothing else. Whew. And this is the carrier of your vibration field, which pulses that. It's so easy for them to say it. It's like a whole nother experience to pulse this vibration consciously. It's like we're ascending, but we're really descending this cosmic consciousness through us. And like, it's a mouthful because it's so overwhelming. Yet when we are able to align with it, we're just streaming it. Like it's total stream, like the way this is streaming right now. You're able to wrap up within the particular harmonic convergence of the divine blueprint, which means must be within the resonance of love and above nothing else. Everything is for them is of be in your actions, through your actions are part of it. Though your actions are part of it, it will be within the pulse, within your aspects, that pulses, which is the carrier of the 12th frequency inside of your fields. And as you pulse and radiate that, we are able to pulse through you and create the magnetic conditions that is within the earth field's magnetic field that opens up the channels within the beings that are in the human form. So this aspect that they spoke about and this 12th frequency, it does have to do with those of us, again, those of us that were in remembrance that they're the 12 aspects of us. And this has to do with the Lemurian part. And there are these 12 aspects. So as we connect with each, we're able to pulse together this frequency through the 12 aspects that then connects us within this magnetic field. It's very technical again, because then it's this oneness that's pulsing out. Following, it is necessary to take the highest form of care within your borrowed vehicle so that you are successfully able to allow us to pulse through you. So one of the things that was, as this pulse was saying, through the Great Melchizedek, it is this breath of, there's this breath through the cosmic pulse that they help so that we synchronize. That has to do with the hip whales, that has to do with Gaia's, her heart, that pulses out as well. So when we keep our vessels vibrant, really no animal in here, no animal ingested in this. It's light, it carries a lot of light, a lot of chlorophylls, like high, so it's necessary to take care of it. So you can't like violate this vessel because there's a work to be done in it. It says, it is our pulse that creates transformations, and do not allow your limited ways to assume for a moment it is you doing it. Your refinement with this fabric of alignment, it is the ultimate state in which you are slowly graduating from. Your finals from your finals from that earth schooling, so you can finally be rejoining us. There is much ahead coming your way, dear ones, but it's not anything to be concerned, as our pulse will pulse through you. You have been equipped. You are fully geared by all of our orbits, in which have taken upon your dear planet, in which you have been incarnated into. We stand nearby and will not interfere, because it is your job to wrap up, as you know. And there are many councils that have taken their position, wrapping up the work for their next state. It is required to ascend the hierarchies that each of you fully wrap up your work. As you move forward, we move forward to the next phase. The new codes for the next phase for the new human beings has already been released and set. The next phase of the evolution. This is so wow. I have to pause here for a second, because one of the things that they're communicating in this is that as those of us who are graduating from this incarnation, like I am, this is my last human incarnation. I'm finally going to finish. There are many of you that are also part of this. As we wrap up, we're wrapping this phase of this 25,000 year cycle, because the next set of humanity is coming in, and then they're able to move to their next phase. And I was shown this also when I had died, when I was in spirit side. So there's this level of clarity I have when I transition out of this human form, where I'll go to, just with what they had shown to me. It says further, there will be ones of supreme power that will be incarnated. You currently are the ones that are the forefront coming of laying foundations. I will not see some of these yet will be with us. Some of you, when you get to see from where we see. So what it's saying, as those of us who graduate from the earth school and we move forward, we won't obviously in this incarnation, this lifetime, we won't be able to see that greatness with these very high level supreme power incarnates that are coming in. So they're speaking about these, like these ones that are just being born now. These ones are supremely powered. So what they're going to deliver is remarkable on earth. We won't get to see it, but when we are on spirit side, we get to be a witness to it, because we laid the foundation for them. And then further it says, it is of most joy and excitement to be of a witness of what you are delivering, and we congratulate you in each step you have taken in your God I Am presence. We would like to remind this channel, they're as they're saying this to Michael, they're saying that about me. We would like to, let me see. I lost it. We would like to remind this channel in which we are speaking through to know, as we have reminded her, as we have revealed to her, as we have shown to her, yet sometimes the frequency does not fully allow her, that she has served her part, and the rest will not be difficult for her. Her trauma in this incarnation has left scars in which we recognize in her template. As she is receiving us, we are aware she is receiving. And then I don't have the rest here. So I remember when this was being said, it still brings tears to me, because I remember my vessel receiving the level of love, the love of the recognition, and the journey of this incarnation, the magnificent journey, just the magnificent journey for those of us who are, it's our last incarnation, and we sign up for all of it, just all of it, to come into and Christed love. And our only job has been to resurrect the density within, forgive it, stand up through our resurrection flame. And this is why it's so important tomorrow, as we collectively, as a collective energy, we are rising. Many of us that incarnated to deliver this part of this great awakening, we are here. We had to go through it, and to be able to rise out of that dirt, out of the ashes, so that we can clearly stand in our Christed beingness. We are becoming the Christ. Jesus became the Christ. We are all becoming the Christ, because those are the keys and the codes within all of us. And this golden pulse allows us to vibrate that within every cell, within every muscle, within every organ. And when we breathe it, we are able to pulse it. We're able to pulse this pulse of this oneness. And Michael and I have been every morning sitting in meditation and experiencing this pulse, because they had communicated, when enough of us are able to pulse within this frequency, we're able to levitate, we're able to bilocate, we're able to teleport. And most of you know I've only had one experience of teleportation 6 years ago, and it freaked me out because my vibratory system wasn't fully ready to handle that. And it really screwed my endocrine system. So I haven't consciously done that again. From here to Los Angeles, I showed up in my friend's living room middle of the night, and totally freaked me out. I saw the portal in the room. I came out 1 foot out, and I was totally freaked out. But I feel I'm ready for it now with more people. So anyway, I'm sharing this with you. So when you read this, I wish we could put this in MP3 so you can hear the voice, because the voice is so profound. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and speak of this. So when you read it, breathe in it. And when it was spoken to Michael and I, it was so incredible. And a year later, they came back 45 minutes. And that transcript is very long. So much more detail was shared. And it's been part of the activation of the transmissions of the crystalline diamond light body that I have been activating in individuals. Because when I first discovered 5 years ago, when I was first asked by Yehsua, Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene to have my heart become diamond, I didn't even understand what that was. And they had me go through a full process 1 year, and then much more between that. I had to go through all this process to become, and then be able to then deliver it like 4 years afterwards as an actual activation transmission. Anyway, having said that, it's an honor. I haven't channeled in a while because there was so much. There was a period of 2 years I was constantly in a channel phase, but fully incorporated. For those of you that have never seen me go into fully incorporated, it's very intense, and I do shapeshift, and my fingers take different forms, and my mouth and eyes take different form, and the frequencies very very, very strong, and the voice changes, and I don't have any memory. That's why it's always recorded or video, but the language is very crafty that's spoken. And And we have tons of material that eventually would be a book called the Channeling the Masters. And there's so many individuals that have spoken through me, from El Moria to Master Saint Germain um, to tribal beings called Lithians. I don't even know who they are. I mean, there's so many different ones. So we want to wrap up these transcripts to turn them into book, make them available, because they're very, and it has to be a free book for everyone, because I don't own it. Michael and I don't own it. We've been a vessel for the material to come out and help humanity for this great awakening in the golden age. So thank you so much. If you are going to share the post, please share it with so much love and just leave it exactly as it is. Don't touch anything, because the transcription will be exactly like that too. We don't touch anything, exactly word to word that came out. And anyway, I just want to come on and share this. If you have any questions, let me know. I apologize. On the live stream on Facebook, I can see 44 people on here, but I can't see your comments at all. And on my YouTube channel, I'm grateful. I see Maida and Sunshine Lab and Debbie Weaver. Nice to see you. Darius is on, and John King, thank you. Yeah, you're here, so I appreciate you very much. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Michael and I will be live to Action Easter Sunday, and we're so looking forward to it. And we're all resonating. We're resonating collectively, and what we're experiencing collectively is also, we've gone individually through it for 7 years. And now, finally, 2020, we can all hold the vibration so collectively can go through it. So the greatest gift that we have is to continue to stand in love, stand in light, and really blast the love towards all this dark as well, because that too is part of the divine plan. So thank you so much. See, they go to a training for Melchizedek order, and it's not recognized on the higher plane like that. You cannot just get initiated like that and go pay a fee. I apologize, it doesn't work that way. The Great Order of Melchizedek, they will knock on your door themselves, and they'll take you through the temples, and they'll train you, and they will help you remember a lot, and they'll work with you. Because when you leave this body, you have to work with them there. So it's not from here a weekend course. Try to become an initiate, because they don't recognize that. So I just want to put that out there. If you want to connect with the Melchizedek order, but the true vibration of the Melchizedek, call them in your meditation. Ask them to help you, to take you through the temples, and have them begin showing you, revealing material to you, and be a student, as it is very different than the earthly plane. Anyway, so much love to each of you. Have a beautiful, magnificent day. Ahoy, everybody.